Yo guys, what's up? Hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how to pop with the arms and the chest and the legs. So first of all, we're going to do it for the wrists. So what we're going to want to learn to do first, the whole idea of the wrists is there's a snapping motion. Now the whole idea of this snapping motion is where you bring your wrist up, not the hand. The amount of times I see people doing this is left hand, bring the wrist up, and then you want to really from here try, it's like you're trying to hit something below. So from here to here, bring up and down, up, down. Now you can see that's quite big, here to here. What you want to do, imagine two lines, you want to make them smaller and smaller, so suddenly it's big, 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 smaller, 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 smaller. So as it's going down, it becomes more of a micro hit, like so. So when we pop with our wrist, what's going to happen as well is as we're popping it, we're going to be using our flexors, extensors, and a bit of bicep if it's bent. So that's kind of it there. I personally try and focus more on the hitting, so the smacking down, and it should have a lot of force to it. Like you can hear there. That's the kind of hit you want. So like that, a lot of power. Now you can hit from here. Now there's other variations you can do. You can even do down, or I've seen some animators, I know Popping John does one where you can hit in. So it's twisting, and from like here to here, you stop and tense. And apparently that for some people feels good. Other way, kind of hitting out. As long as you've got some sort of movement that accentuates a hitting motion for the wrist, then that's good. The wrist is really good for quick parts of a song. Like it goes for the 1 and. So 1 and 2 and 3, 3, 4, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The wrist is really quick, so it's good for accentuating fast movements for any type of music. Next up, we've got our arm. So the whole idea of the arm is when you're popping with your arm, don't keep it straight. For the love of God, don't keep it straight. The amount of poppers that keep their arm straight and they pop, what happens? You start to hyperextend. You've got your nerves, arteries, and veins all in this nice, sensitive area. The last thing you want to do is when you're practicing, the last thing you want to do is be snapping and hyperextending, because then it's going to be sore for a week, you won't be able to train, and your pop's not going to be good. So, what you want to do is with a straight arm, you want to keep a micro bend into it. Not straight, keep a micro bend. Not too much, or else you'll look like an idiot. Micro bend. Like so. And then with the arm, obviously, you're not going to keep your arm popped like this. You want to bring your hands straight. So when you're wearing something like a flannelette, jumper, suit, whatever it is, it's going to hide all of your joints, so it's going to look straight regardless. So for starters, micro bend, straight arm. Now from here, this is where it gets a bit interesting. So, not trying to flex, but two main muscles we're working on. Tricep, which is this back muscle here, which is 3 muscles, and then our bicep at the front, which is 2 muscles there. So from here, what you want to do is contract and then relax. Simple. Now when people pop, they'll contract like this, and it's okay. This is why a lot of people will start off. I suggest doing this at the beginning, just because when you are practicing the tense and relax with your wrist and with your arm, it'll help you understand. Now once this tense becomes a bit easier, what you can then try and do, which I know some people hate what I'm about to say, but it works for me and I don't give a fuck what they do. As long as, if this works for you, great. If it doesn't, great. So what this is about is this flicking. Now I know the likes of Kid Boogie and stuff does this. What the flicking does essentially is, imagine your triceps relaxed. It's really relaxed, kind of dangling, like so. Now the whole idea is, if you can imagine like fixed point, which is your arm, a piece of string and then a ball. And as the ball moves, what you're going to do is create force and momentum. So when that ball then hits out, you then want to tense. So what I do is this. So it's a slight flick. So I'm flicking my arm upwards and then tensing. So what I'm doing is I'm flicking up, tense, flick up, tense. But it's super quick, and then when I tense, because I'm swinging up, it's kind of bang. It brings momentum into your pop. Popping just straight can be a bit of a letdown for a lot of poppers, just because there's no momentum and there's no power behind it. There's only so much tensing you can do to really make it look strong. I found though, with this though, I'm kind of show you from a different angle. So you're trying to bring up like so. Now you're not doing this when you pop. This looks stupid and whack. You will be made fun of. So do not use your elbows and your shoulders to accentuate. This looks stupid, right? It's just a quick isolation where you are moving you're moving your humerus and a bit of your radialis and ulna down. So you start down where your elbow, the top of your elbow is facing up, and then you're coming out very slightly. Nothing too crazy. So remember that ball, it's swinging, which is basically your tricep, that's nice and relaxed. When it comes up and hits, imagine it hitting the wall, like imagine the ball and string, and then bang. That impact is when you twist, then contract. That's the power that you get behind it. That's the power that you get behind it. So essentially what it will look like in real time is like this. Now that's with my wrist as well, pressing down, but also flicking. I'll show you the difference between the just regular tensing as opposed to this. So as you can see from that, there is quite a difference when it comes to the dynamic. When it comes to combining your wrist pop with your arm as well for a full pop, take it easy and take it slow. You want to rely on your wrist pop, but also the power into your tricep. So the aim of the game is to basically just sort of getting it ready for the wrist as you snap, tense the whole arm. Relax, tense, relax, tense. The more you do that, try it in different areas too. Doing straight arm as opposed to bent arm, you'll feel sort of when it's bent, your arm a bit more relaxed, and you'll slowly over time begin to feel the differentiation of your wrists to your arms, which will then sort of combine it together. So just remember, okay guys, so for the chest pop, the main aim for the chest pop is to isolate just the chest. The whole idea of it is when you inhale, you want to sort of bring your chest forward. You don't want to bring your shoulders back because then that's going to lose the effect in the isolation. So as you're doing it, you want to sort of bring your shoulders kind of down. You can even bring your chin backwards as your chest comes forward. So as your chest comes forward, try and bring your chin either down or a little bit backwards. So it accentuates your chest coming forward. Now you want it to go 45 degrees, not straight, just because when you first start off, if you're trying to go straight ahead, you might go too far and do a little bit of damage, or it might feel a bit sore in through your thoracic spine. So again, we're going to take an inhale and we're going to, it's like a snap, just as the wrist was and the triceps were. You want to just quickly up, relax, inhale, 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 and then over time, your chest pop just becomes better and better and better. A good exercise to get some more mobility so that your chest pops don't feel as intense or as sore when you first start off is practicing the range of motion. So what you want to do is first practice sticking your chest out, then to center. Then you want to bring your chest to the right. So just drawing it across. You can hold onto your pelvis, like hands on hips, as you come to the side. And then back to center. Then you want to protract in. So you want to push in. So you bring your shoulders forward, like so. And then you'll have this nice doming in the back. So pushing in, you can bring your head forward as well to accentuate this. And then left side, and then forward. So these are the 4 points. So from here, it'll look like forward, right, back, left, forward. But it will help in regards with loosening up the muscles around the chest in order to get nice chest pops, like so. When it comes to your legs, there's 2 types. You've got your stepping, or you've got your jolting, which is when your knees go forward. Now, when I first started popping, I was jolting. So the whole thing of the joint is to kind of where your legs are straight, and then you quickly, like a buckle, real quick. But you're kind of pushing them down. So you're really like keeping your heels in, and you're going straight, tense, straight, jolt down, straight, jolt down, straight, jolt down. And the more you can really kind of push your knees forward, the more power you can do there. Now, the other one, which is widely used, is your stepping. It's just the typical leg pop that most people do. So this is the typical leg pop that most people do. So this is the whole stepping. So the whole idea of it is with your leg, you want to bring up. Now you're not thrusting your knee back, because like I said, that's how you hyperextend your leg and you're an idiot. The whole idea of it is not to rush your leg pops. The problem is in battles, in jams, in ciphers, a lot of poppers get adrenaline in their body and they just go 100%, and they don't realize that how much damage they're doing to their leg, and they feel it the next day. I know of a bunch of beginners and intermediates, even advanced dancers, that injure themselves a lot with just doing their legs. So, but the idea of it is basically to bring your heel up, which bends the knee slightly, and it's more thinking of your heel stomping the ground rather than your knee going backwards, right? So, and it will look like this. You should get a bit of a jolt in through the hips as well, so kind of relax the hips a bit. So as you step, the vibration or the impact of that energy comes up and gives you a nice kind of jolt from the upper body. Hope you guys enjoyed this video for the pops. Let me know how you guys go with it all. It can be a bit tricky and a bit difficult at first, so don't worry. You can join the group, which we all talk about this, which I'll leave the description below, at Mad Technique, which is just a community of poppers that really want to learn and understand this whole dance style. And you can add me on Instagram and DM me there for any questions as well. I'll have a whole entire series going more in depth with the effects that you can do for your pops, dime stops, isolations, and then we'll get into other styles as well into the future. So keep it up, take it slow, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.